What's up guys, Moniz here, and last week I was in New York for the HP event. This event was showcasing all of HP's latest and greatest laptops that are coming out on the market. There was tons of stuff to talk about, but the one that stuck out to me was a brand new product by HP called the EliteBook 1050 G1. This is very special because it sits in the exact same category as the Dell XPS 15 and the Asus ZenBook Pro. You see, this category is a special category because it offers laptops that are very powerful with good GPUs, but yet maintain a very small and portable form factor. The reason why these are special is because they use the brand new 6-core CPUs from Intel. Up until now, we've been using U-series CPUs. These are great for battery life, but they just don't have the power that the newer CPUs have. Now, the EliteBook is pretty much the exact same size as the Dell XPS 15. It doesn't look as refined, but it is made out of CNC machined aluminum, which means it's a lot more durable, and as it should be since it's a business laptop. You kind of get the same amount of ports. You get 2 USB 3.0 ports. Instead of only having one USB Type-C port like you do on the XPS 15, you get 2 of them instead. They're all Thunderbolt 3, which means you have 4 PCIe lanes. So if for whatever reason down the road you want to hook up a more powerful GPU, you have the option to do so. Now, I couldn't take it apart, which is unfortunate. That would have been great to see the insides of it. You're gonna have to wait for the review for that, but you can put up to 2 SSDs inside. So you can have your main drive, pop in a second one. You don't have to worry about carrying an external drive. Sound is hard to tell. I didn't get a chance to listen to it, but you do get forward-facing speakers. They're fine-tuned by Bang & Olufsen, but the craziest thing is that you get a third microphone on the back of the laptop. This microphone does 2 things that are important. The first one is it blocks out noise from your surroundings. So imagine you're at a coffee shop. You're talking to a very important client, and the coffee shop itself is very loud. The microphone will block that out. But let's say you're in a conference room and you have your associates behind you and they're talking and you want the person on the other end to hear them. You can enable the microphone to amplify that sound and they can hear them clearly. The display is going to be 15 inches, just like the XPS 15. You can buy it with a full HD or a 4K display. In terms of brightness, it gets pretty bright at 400 nits of brightness, but there is a 700 nit option, which gets really bright. There's not too many 700 nit laptops on the market. Like, the most brightness I've seen in a laptop recently is on the Huawei MacBook Pro, and that gets around 500 nits of brightness, so very good for outdoors. Now, some of you are gonna say, Matt, those bezels are thick compared to the XPS 15, and quite frankly, they are, but they're not thick to the point where it's unbearable to look at. They're still fairly thin, and to be quite honest, I'd rather have a webcam placed on top of the laptop than below staring at my nose. Performance should be great. You're getting the new 6-core CPUs from Intel that have higher clock speeds than the U-series. The only downfall is you do get a little bit less battery life. You can spec it with an i5-8300H all the way up to an i7-8850H. Now, in terms of GPU, you can buy it without one, or if you want, you can get with a GTX 1050. I kind of wish you could get with a 1060 or at least a 1050 Ti, but I do understand why there's only a 1050 inside. And when you get this thin, you want to keep thermals pretty low. So that pretty much wraps up my hands-on and first impressions of the EliteBook 1050 G1. I'm very curious how this performs compared to the Dell XPS 15. Based on what I see, is it's slightly weaker than the XPS 15, but you get more security features. It is going to start at $1899, which is a little bit expensive, but it's expected since this is aimed towards the business market. If you want to see this review, make sure you're subscribed, click the notification bell, and let me know in the comments below what you want to know about this laptop. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, smash the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.